Okay, welcome back to another episode of BEAMNG mod reviews, I guess. Today we got the newest lore-friendly mod on the repo, the Solead Wakefield. And I'm just gonna give you the basic run-through like I did with the Ibishu Yoru, which is also another lore-friendly mod on my page. Links are all gonna be in the description for this one. Even though it is on the repo, all you gotta do is search it up. But I will still include the zip link for the BEAMNG forums website, just so it's easier for y'all to download, so you don't actually have to start up the game to do it. But if you guys do not know how to import your mods from your files to BEAMNG, I will show you that in another video. But let's get into it. So, Solead Wakefield is based off of a PT Cruiser. You can kind of tell. It's got that teardrop design, sort of a wide body going on here. But right now we're starting with the 2-liter base or the 2.2-liter base, I don't remember. But starting off with the interior, it's small, like you would imagine a PT Cruiser. You can open the glove compartment. You can turn on the hazards through there. You can open, well, center console and the glove compartment, obviously. On this specific model, there is no window switches, but I'd like to note how realistic these seats are. Like, you can see, like, the wrinkles in them, which is pretty sweet. So we're just gonna pop the hood and check it out. Does not have the Wendover hood though, which I guess to make it more of a PT Cruiser. Doesn't have the headlights or the grille for it either though, but it still looks pretty nice. This is the base of the base though. So, the rear seats have the same detailing as the front seats do. The rear lift gate opens up very slowly, and the creator even went in and put rust spots on the inside of the trunk lid. I don't know if the wipers work at all, I haven't checked that yet, but the gas cap does open. So that's a pretty neat detail for a lore-friendly car, because as you know, the vanilla BEAMNG cars do not include that. So we're just going to take this thing for a little spin real quick. Parking brake does work, which is good. This thing does only go up to like 5,700 RPM, which I'm fine with that, as it is just your little consumer daily vehicle that you would drive. Does fishtail pretty easily though. Does not have much noise on the interior, but it does kind of have like a Dodge Magnum wheel going on. Then the clock there too kind of reminds me of like a Mini Cooper. I don't know why it does, it just does. It does have that like very identifiable Mopar interior though. So now as you can see, we are doing 95 right now in 4th gear, which is probably the max gear. I haven't driven this car at all yet before making this video. But let's go ahead and see how good the crash physics are. Go ahead and put it in a little slow-mo. Do 8 times. I'd say it crashes. Gas cap still works. That's good. Other than the fact the 2 front axles are broken. I'd say if we're low on oil. Gas cap is still open. That's no bueno. But it does have 23 different configs. So we have the beater, which does look pretty sick in my opinion. So, you know, there is facelift models, which does have that, you know, like standard PT Cruiser look to it. There is a stripped model if you want to just build it straight up from scratch. There's Taxi and Italian Police. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I already know I'm going to butcher it, and I don't want mean Italians in the comments. That would not be pretty nice. There is wood paneling on the side of this one, though, which does make sense for a PT Cruiser. The 2.5 GT does look pretty sick, though. But we are going to pull out the beater. And just right away, you can tell it's a beater. Like, just look at all the paint fading. It does have the same interior as all the other ones, obviously. Let's just go ahead and pop the hood and see what we got in this puppy. Same 2.2 liter as before. Does have mismatched paint because we got this nice green hood with the red fender. Missing hubcaps on the rear wheels. They even went in and put in a miscolored... Oh, the gas cap is just completely missing. It's great. Let's just rev it up and dump it. Blown suspension in the rear, that's pretty neat. Get the modern facelift grille on it. There's a badge there, I think, or is that just paint fading? Yeah, that's just paint fading, never mind. But she's a cruiser. Our coolant temperature is rising as we speak, though, which is not a good sign. Still the same rust spots as last time, but this one does open a lot faster, I think, so honestly it could be because I was doing like 70, but yeah, no, it still opens really slow. But that's the beater on the Solely out of Wakefield. What I'm mad about is that they don't have a convertible version, but it's still okay because it's PT Cruiser, and PT Cruisers are awesome. I don't care if I get hated for that. I will die on that hill. PT Cruisers are amazing. Especially surprising for Chrysler quality. But this is the 2.5 GT. I am getting some Chevy SSR vibes from it. Which is pretty neato bandito. Got the 5-spoke chrome wheels. Solely had badges on it, obviously. Because like I said, it is lore friendly. So if you're running lore friendly BEAMNG, this is the car for you. Which, for a lore friendly mod, it isn't bad whatsoever. Seats are just a little far up though for me. So now if I was sitting in this in real life with these seats, I would be crushed. Especially if I got into a head-on collision, I'd be dead. I'm not gonna lie to you on that one. These do look like some pretty big wheels for a small car like this, which they are not Steelies. They do not have hubcaps. These are full, I want to say they're alloys, but they might be aluminum. Don't know. Does sound pretty nice though. Let's see what we got under the hood. Does look like the 2.2 liter for some reason, but we got a nice cold air intake. Can't tell if there's a turbocharger, but I think there might be. Let's just go ahead and check. There's not, but you can supercharge it, which I'm sure that is what's going on with the custom configuration. Let's go ahead and chop this exhaust off though. Just make it a little louder. So, you know, the one problem I have with BEAMNG is that there's no straight pipe mods that I know of. Sounds like a casual 4-banger with a muffler of Elite, obviously. This one does rip a lot harder than the base model. And it does squat a lot for a car like this. Let's see if we can do a little. Can we 360 it? Nope. But yeah, for a little Soliad, it is pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie. Does do a little reverse Cheerios though. Not necessarily Cheerios though, unless if you throw the parking brake on and that's your style of thing. Honestly, it kind of looks like a jelly bean from the front end, but it's okay. We don't judge, especially when it's the Soliad Wakefield. But you know how it be. Let's go ahead and try out the custom variant and see if this thing rips. I already see there is race tires on it and some pretty sweet chrome wheels. It is a 5 lug for a car this small, and I was right, it does have the supercharger on it. Pushing 18.4 psi boost out of the supercharger. Does look like it's got some nice Brembos on it though. Well, in-game roto pad, obviously, but in real life it'd be Brembos. See, now it is kind of quick. I don't want to say it's too quick, because obviously there is quicker, like your Skintillas and your Bolides and whatnot. This one does have some good handling with them sport tires though. Blinkers are up here, and our reverse lights are down here, which is absolutely terrible for people behind you because they will not see them. But for a lore-friendly mod, I am not complaining whatsoever. Which, like, with this many configs for a lore-friendly mod, I'm just shocked. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. And some of these I haven't even tried out yet, obviously, because I just drove it with you guys for the first time. Which is pretty immaculate, which I'm sure the police car variant has your normal siren sounds like the other Italian police cars. Let's go ahead and try it out. Got your lights, obviously. Yeah, obnoxious as usual. And it's a manual. See how she does over rev risk. That's wonderful. But let's take it off-roading for a second and see how the suspension holds up. Brakes are not so good on dirt. See how this baby rips. Well, this isn't good. Handbrake turn failed sort of successfully, considering I didn't hit anything. What just shattered? Oh, my rear glass. Go ahead and ride her through the field real quick. Let's wrap it around a tree, and I missed. So, you know, whenever I try to crash it, I miss. Let's wrap it around this tree. Door popped off. Got that Roman Pierce Ejectocito cuz on it.
Ejectocito, cuz! It worked! I love this button!
And it is not very Soliad Wakefield looking anymore. especially with our C-shaped car. But I think that is where we are going to stop this video for today. Thank you for watching, and go ahead and download the Sully at Wakefield. Peace out.